Hey everyone and welcome back to Haste Kitchen. Thanks for joining me. Today I'm in the mother-in-law's kitchen. I'm going to be flicking between this kitchen and my old kitchen, going backwards and forwards just while we're alternating when we're moving house. Which means we're going to have a new kitchen for Haste Kitchen, which is going to be quite exciting. So recently I've been thinking about different things that we eat on our Saturday night takeaways, and I thought about doing a different variation on all the little things that we try and order, things like Thai, Italian pizza for instance, you might have a kebab, you might have an Indian, Chinese, all those different variations, and trying to make them a little bit healthier for you. So to kickstart this off, I'm going to be doing the simplest gluten-free flatbread. And the beauty about this flatbread is you can use it for so many different things. You can use it for a pizza base. You can use it for a kebab. You can use it for a flatbread to go with an Indian instead of a naan bread. The use is absolutely endless. So to start this off, ingredients we have. So 6 tablespoons of olive oil. We've got 2 eggs. We've got 1 tablespoon of vinegar or white wine vinegar. We've got 325 millilitres of warm milk. We've got 2 tablespoons of quick yeast, we've got half a tablespoon of salt, and we've got 450 grams of plain gluten-free white flour. So you've got your bowl of flour, you're going to grab yourself a spoon and just give that a little mix. Create yourself a little hole in the middle, a little well if you like. And into that we're going to add our oil. So I'm going to add about half of the oil, the vinegar, a couple of eggs, we've got our salt. I'm just going to give that a little stir around. Now into this we're going to be adding some warm milk. So with the warm milk, as it starts pulling together, you're going to slowly add the warm milk until you get the right consistency. In with your yeast. Try and use a spoon just to try and save your hands getting a bit messy, that's all. You see that start to bind together quite quickly. So I can go in with a little bit more oil. Now as that's binding together, we're just going to go in with a little bit of our warm milk. Again, give that another little stir through and just start bringing those ingredients together. Don't put all the milk in first of all, because you might need a little bit less, you might need a little bit more. And you see that start to bind again, which means I'm going to go in with a little bit more milk. Now as the consistency starts to pull together, this is where we have to get messy. Okay, so get your hands in there, give it a good push round, and you see there we're starting to get a bread mix. Which is exactly what you want. You can see I haven't used all the milk there, and I don't think I'm going to need to. A little bit more of your flour. You don't really need to stretch this out. As I say, this is gluten-free. So you see there, that's coming together. Looks like a nice, normal, like a gluten bread mix almost. Now the beauty of these type things is, if you are gluten intolerant, for instance, and you do have a takeaway, you can't eat the pita bread, you can't eat the naan bread, you can't eat any of the bloody things that you want to enjoy. So that's the beauty of this. They literally take 2 to 3 minutes to cook through. So if you've got a little bit of mix like this, you can either freeze it and use it later on in the day, just cut it off into small little balls. But for this, I'm going to use this evening, or I'm going to use this over the next few weeks to show you how to do a really nice curry, a really nice pizza, and as I say, something like a really nice kebab. Any suggestions you have actually, put them down below of what else you want me to use this for, and I'll come up with something. As I say, the guide being healthy takeaways. Right, that can go back into your bowl. Cover that with a tea cloth and put that somewhere warm and leave that in there for an hour. So after an hour, you should get something like that. So you can see it's puffed up in size quite considerably. Then we can just take off a small section. Now remember, this isn't going to be like a gluten-based flatbread, because it still hasn't got gluten in it, so it's still not got that stretchiness that you're going to get with it. However, you're going to get pretty damn close with it, so watch it, it will still be slightly more sticky. We're going to try and get one of these as flat as possible before putting it down and rolling it. So we've got a similar sort of shape to what we want for a flatbread, something like this. I'm just going to pop that down and just use your rolling pin, just very lightly. Don't go too hard on these because they will stick otherwise. And there's your first perfect flatbread. So it's up to you what sort of shape you want to put to this. You can roll this out a little bit further, make it bigger, put some cloves of garlic in there, put some rosemary in there and pop it in the oven. Or you can put some sun-dried tomatoes in there, you can put some olives in there, you can put some red onion in there. You can put whatever you want into these type breads. Alternatively, if you want to roll that out into a pizza slice, put it in the oven, make yourself a pizza. I'm just going to roll that out again. So you can drizzle that with a little bit of olive oil, wrap it in cling film, and you can put that back into the fridge. Alternatively, you can freeze this into small little ball sections. Cook these off. One of these. Great little things. Little griddle pan. It just means you're going to get those lovely little smoky charred black lines on it as well. So pop one of those on and get it up to heat. Right, the pan's up to heat. I'm just going to add a very small drizzle of oil, and I'm just going to lay our bread down. You really just want that to start getting nice little lines through there, and you're going to flip that over. So as I say, about 2 minutes on either side. You see you've got these lovely little bubbles coming up. Check the colour. Just give that a little flip over. So serve up the second one. You see I've just done that one slightly darker. Beautiful. All you do is just literally chop them into lovely little sections like that. You can see the consistency there. I don't know if you can see that, but it's really, really doughy, which you don't usually get with a gluten-free. So that's really good. Chop them up, muddle them around. Eat a little bit yourself. So the way I'm going to serve that up is just a little bit of total yogurt with a little bit of mint sauce, whisk that up with a little bit of cold water, and you get the best mint sauce. So there we go, there's my super easy gluten-free flatbreads. Now, once you've mastered that dough mix, you can use it for anything from pizzas through to kebabs, through to a naan alternative. Now, whatever you think you fancy this with, comment down below and I'll make it for you over the next couple of weeks. Can't say fairer than that. And we'll call it like our healthy Saturday night in type meal alternative rather than picking up the phone and ordering something that's going to be pretty crap. Anyway, tell everyone about the channel. Please subscribe and I'll see you next week. Cheers then. Bye-bye.